I know some contractors who are paying more for leads every single month than they spend on their biggest piece of equipment. And if that's you, my friend, then you are getting played. That's not to say paying for leads can't make money. Paying per lead is a good strategy for getting a business off the ground, but long term, the only one that really wins is the lead gen company who collects a check whether your deals close or not. So let me tell you about this concrete contractor I worked with a few years back. A great guy, did excellent work, finally went out on his own and started to build his own business. And from the beginning, he was spending about $2,000 to $5,000 a month on leads from an online company. I'm not gonna say who, that's very rude, but it rhymes with home advisor. And you know what? It was actually working for him. He was staying busy, making decent money. But here's the problem. He didn't have a business. He still had a job. Actually, he had two jobs. He was an estimator and a crew leader. Home advisor told him where to go to do the estimates, and then he came back later with his crew to actually do the job. And he ended up running the business exactly like that for another 2 years before he finally got sick of it and just went back to being an employee. And now it's like the business never even existed. If he went back to working for himself, he'd be starting from scratch again. No customer list to go back to, no record of a reputation to leverage, no assets whatsoever. He was essentially renting his entire pipeline from somebody else. And that's the trap. You think you're buying leads, but what you're really doing is renting access to someone else's customers. And just like any other rental, you never actually own anything. The lead company owns the relationship, they own the data, they own everything. You are just paying for temporary access. And worse, you end up paying for the same leads as 3 other contractors, sometimes even more. It is a bidding war from day one. But what if I told you that there's a way to flip this whole thing completely on its head? Here's the thing, you have been trained to think like a hunter. Find RFPs and submit competitive bids and then eat what you kill. And granted, there is a place for that, but you're missing half the picture. All right, now let me tell you about another contractor. This guy runs a custom home building company here in the Pacific Northwest, and he hasn't paid a single dollar for a lead in over 10 years. 10 years. All of his work, and I mean all of it, comes from 2 places: word of mouth referrals and people who found him online or elsewhere and reached out directly. This is called organic inbound. His phone rings with qualified prospects who already want to work with him before they even call. There's no bidding war, there's no competing on price, there's no chasing after leads that go nowhere. People call him because they've already decided he's the guy that they want. So what's the difference between him and the concrete contractor I just told you about? It's simple. The concrete contractor was a hunter, the home builder is a farmer. There are only 2 ways for a business to get clients: hunting and farming. Every single marketing avenue boils down to a subset of one of these 2 categories. Hunters have to go out every single day to find food. Hunting is running paid advertising, it's paying for leads or doing cold outreach. Every day is a brand new hunt, and if you don't hunt, then you don't eat. But farmers plant seeds once and then harvest for years. They do the hard work up front, preparing the soil, planting the seeds, but once those crops are established, they keep producing year after year after year with minimal effort. And that is exactly what this home builder did with his marketing. He planted seeds and now he harvests leads every single month without having to hunt for them. The big difference between hunting and farming is that hunting is an action. A farm, however, is an object. It is an asset. And there are a billion different farming assets. The wraps on your company vehicles, your branded work shirts, your website, all of those are marketing assets. And so are your social media accounts and your business directory listing and your logo on the Chamber of Commerce website, your logo on the fence wraps around your job sites. All of these things are part of your farm. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be focusing on 4 of them that I believe are the most high impact. And the first one is a professional social media presence. Now, before you roll your eyes and tell me that you've heard this before, which you probably have, listen to me. When someone is thinking about hiring a contractor, what's the first thing they do? They Google them. Even in the age of AI, if they look you up on AI, one of the things they're going to look at during this research phase is your social media. And if your social media accounts look like garbage, or if they haven't been touched in years, or worse, if you don't even have any at all, you just lost credibility before you even had a chance to bid. And you lost a huge opportunity to create trust. A professional social media presence isn't about creating content or even having a high follower count. It is about looking legitimate when people check you out. Now here's how to set this up. You're gonna pick one platform at least. I don't care if it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn if you're a commercial contractor, just pick one and we're gonna do it right. Now first, use your actual business name. Now your personal account is important, especially if a big part of the business is based around your personal brand. Like that's the case for me. My personal LinkedIn has way more followers and activity on it than my business account, but I still have a business account. Now for your business account, you're gonna use your logo as a profile picture. You gotta make sure it's legible and easy to identify. If your logo has no text and it's just a graphic, that's called a glyph, you're gonna use that. If your logo is only text, which is called a logo type, use the first letter on its own, or if it's multiple words, use the first letters of each word to create an acronym. If it has a glyph and a logo type, only use the glyph. Next, if your social media platform supports a header image, design one. Use AI if you have to, but whatever you do, make sure that it's clean and on brand. It matches your typography, your colors, and all that. After that, have a pinned post that tells your audience everything they need to know about you. You gotta showcase your competence and your character. You have to make it clear that you are someone they need to hire. And soon I'm gonna be doing a video on creating a good pinned post, so subscribe if you haven't already. Finally, and most importantly, write a bio that answers these 3 questions. What do you do? Why does it matter? And what do I need to do to hire you? Now, this is called the grunt test. You want to be able to show your bio to a caveman for 10 seconds, and afterwards that caveman should be able to grunt out the answers to all 3 of those questions based on that 10-second look. So instead of a custom home builder serving King County since 2015, like that tells them who you are, but it tells them nothing about why they should care. So try this instead. We build custom homes that last generations without the headaches of dealing with big construction companies. Call 206-555-2814 for your free consultation. After 10 seconds with that, even a caveman will be able to tell you what you do. Build home, last long time, not hard. Call number. Don't tell anyone you saw me do that. Most contractor bios fail this test completely. Don't be like most contractors. Now the second asset is consistent content. This is where most contractors screw up. They post whenever they feel guilty about not posting, or they don't post at all. But here's the thing, consistent content is what separates the farmers from the hunters. You need a system, but it doesn't have to be hard. First of all, you have to be clear on what the point is. Social media content is not there to convince people to buy. Social media content is there to keep you in front of your target audience long term, so that when they are ready to buy, you are already top of mind. So how do you create content without it taking over your life and becoming a full-time job? There's 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, document your projects. You're already there, you're already doing the work, you have your phone in your pocket, just document it while you do it. Always take before and after photos. I don't care if it's a small repair or a full renovation, before and after, every time. And also shoot quick behind the scenes content while you work. Pull out your phone for 30 seconds and just show them what you're doing. Here's why we're replacing this beam instead of trying to repair it. Here's how to waterproof a foundation, and here's what happens if you don't. You're not making a documentary, you're just doing quick, simple explanations of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Rule number 2, pay attention to the questions that people ask you. Every time a client or a prospect asks you a question, write it down. How long will this take? What's the difference between X and Y? Why does this cost so much? Those questions are content gold, because if one person is asking, 100 other people are quietly wondering the same thing. Rule number 3 is make it about the people. Interview everyone. Interview your employees, interview your customers, the county inspector, whoever is a part of your process. People are interested in people, not just work. Now here's what my crew lead thinks about this new technique we're trying. Let's ask the homeowner how this project has changed their daily routine. The inspector just failed our electrical panel installation. Let's see what we missed and why it's important. You're showing the human side of your business. That is vulnerability, that is healthy vulnerability. People hire contractors that they trust and that they like. And the easiest way to be likable and trustworthy is to show that real people enjoy working with you. Your employees are proud of their work, let them talk about it. Your clients are happy with the results you've gotten for them, let them share their experience. And even the subs and the suppliers have opinions about you and your work. Get that stuff on camera. This is also content gold because it is authentic. You cannot fake this stuff, and it builds trust monstrously fast. So show the work, answer the questions, and show the people. Do those 3 things and you're set. And yeah, there are a lot of other techniques for creating content long-term, more advanced strategies, different content types, sophisticated posting schedules, and blah, blah, blah. But the 80-20 rule hits hard here. Doing 20% of the work will get you 80% of the results, which is way better than nothing. And nothing is exactly what most of your competition is doing right now. And by the way, if you're interested in learning more advanced techniques, make sure you subscribe because I will be talking about that stuff in the near future. But for now, just start with those 3 rules, document your projects, answer common questions, and make it about the people. Do that consistently for 6 months and you will see a major difference. All right, your third asset is a testimonial system. And this one might be the most important of all because social proof is arguably the single most important factor people use when making buying decisions. Think about it. When you're looking for a restaurant, what's the first thing you check? It's the reviews. When you're buying something on Amazon, what do you look at? You look at the star rating and you read some reviews. Your potential clients are doing the exact same thing. And who do you think they're going to be more comfortable hiring? Contractor A, who has 6 5-star reviews, or Contractor B, who has 375 reviews with an average of 4.6? They are going to make it rain on Contractor B. So you need a system that consistently gets you positive reviews. Here's exactly how to set that up. First, you're going to create a simple form on your website that asks one question. How was your experience? That's the only thing on the page. There's a thumbs up and there's a thumbs down, no heading, no footer, none of that stuff. Then set up the logic for those buttons like this. If they hit thumbs down, send them to a private feedback form where they can complain directly to you. The client feels heard, you get to fix the problem before it becomes a public review, and if you've got your head screwed on straight, you leverage that opportunity and turn that unhappy client into a lifelong customer. But if they hit thumbs up, send them directly to Google to leave a public review. You can do this with a single link. Get that by going to Google My Business, select Read Reviews, and then Get More Reviews, copy that link, and paste it wherever you need it. When a user goes to that link, they will automatically be directed to your Google My Business listing with the review form already up and ready to go. Do not skip this step. You have to make it as easy as possible or you're going to miss reviews. Your customers are busy, so make it simple for them. Most contractors just hope for good reviews and cross their fingers, but hope is a bad strategy. You need a system that automatically funnels happy customers towards public reviews and unhappy customers towards private feedback. Set this up once and it works forever. Then add another system that automatically sends a text message to every single client that you do business with, give them a link to that feedback page, and you will have more 5-star reviews in 6 months than most of your competitors get in 6 years. All right, the fourth and final asset is Google My Business itself, Google My Business optimization. And before you commercial contractors tune out thinking that this doesn't apply to you, it absolutely does. It blows my mind how many contractors don't have this in place. And yeah, it's annoying to set up. Google's probably gonna ask you for pictures of your business license, your marriage certificate, your high school transcripts. I mean, when I did roof and gutter cleaning for a summer, they asked for pictures of my work truck, the odometer, the ladder rack. Like, who knows why, but whatever, it was worth it. And even if you're bidding on multi-million-dollar contracts, the people making those decisions are still Googling your company name. They want to see that you're legitimate, that you've been around for a while, that other people have had good experiences with you. Google My Business is free credibility, and a lot of your competitors aren't using it, and the ones that are usually aren't using it properly. Here's how to set it up. Go to business.google.com and claim your business listing. Fill out every single field that they give you, business name, address, phone number, website, hours, services you provide, photos, everything. Upload photos of your best work, but not just before and after shots. Also upload photos of your team, your equipment, your trucks, your office if you have one. Make it look like you're a real business run by real professionals. And then here's the key part. Forget about it. Just send the review link to every single customer you get and remember to update your information when it changes, but don't overthink it. Don't try to optimize it every week. Just set it up properly once and let it work. But here's the one thing you absolutely cannot forget. Respond to every single review. Just keep it simple. Thanks for the kind words, Sarah. It was a pleasure working with you. It's all you gotta do. And when someone leaves you a bad review, and it's going to happen eventually, respond professionally and publicly. Thanks for the feedback, Mike. We're sorry this happened. We're gonna reach out directly to make this right. And then actually reach out and fix it. If you do a good job, maybe they'll change their review. People reading reviews aren't just looking at your star ratings, they're looking at how you handle problems. Now, doing this is the opposite of paying for lead generation, where you start from zero and you go right back there the second you stop paying. Your farm is an asset that will keep paying dividends forever. And those dividends compound hard when you actually tend the farm. And the leads you get, they will be higher quality than anything you'd ever get from a lead company because these people found you, they chose you. They're already sold on working with you before they even call. And after a while, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize something. You haven't paid for a lead in months. And when that happens, congratulations. You're no longer a hunter, you're a farmer. Quick plug, if the part of this video about creating content had you sweating a little bit, I get it. You're busy running jobs, you're managing your crews, you're dealing with suppliers. The last thing you want to worry about is what to post on social media. That is something I can absolutely help you with. I'll come to your job sites for a day and shoot enough content to last you 3 months. 3 months of stories, posts, and evergreen videos that showcase your expertise and build your reputation. All you have to do is post it and watch your farm grow. You don't have to plan, write, shoot, or edit. All you have to do is show up and talk, and I will take care of the rest. It's super easy, so to see our pricing and what's included, head over to bridgerdigital.com and take a look at our offers right now.